What's up, everybody? It's your girl Ericka from the Classy Climb blog. Coming to y'all tonight. Just came from my facial massage. I'm just feeling relaxed, so I thought I would do this video updating you guys. I did say Wednesday, Fridays I would be doing videos. I did say that, so I'm just trying to keep my word a little bit on that. So to kick it off, internet, YouTube is purging thousands of accounts. Thousands of accounts. Now, what does that mean? It means I was right. And, if you guys could do me such a great favor to drop your city and state, we're going to be on here. And I'm definitely going to let you guys know what are the dates for upcoming events that are coming up. But, you know, I'm telling y'all, this has been coming a while. You are not going to be out here on the internet acting wow, acting crazy, acting a fool. Listen, that whole Aisha Curry thing was the last big push, honestly, because I watched some videos and I was like, oh, this is borderline hate speech. Now, many people say, well, Ericka, you can't say what somebody says is hate speech. Listen, if you say you hate men, you hate women, you hate this, or you can't be, your whole video can't be like you hate something. I hate single moms. I hate this. Like, that's weird to me, yo. If you thought that was going to stand, this isn't radio. You can't even do that on radio anymore. You can't even do that on internet radio anymore. Again, if you see all the fines that Howard Stern has gone through, if you see all the fines that, what's his name? Move your shit out of the way. What is his name? Gosh, Howard Stern and then Rush Limbaugh. Like, these guys have been paid millions in fines to continue to be on the internet talking the way they do. And you thought you were going to come on YouTube and do that for free? We got our juice here. Now, what's going to happen? Now, this is a combination of things are going to happen. A combination of things are going to happen. This is just the first purge. So don't get it twisted. This is the first purge. There are going to be about 2, 3, 4 more. Trust. This is a tester. Now, they might have a list already of the people they want to purge. But in order to do it so it doesn't like they're attacking, some of the big names, Louder, Crowder, some of the big conservative channels, some of the big gun channels, which they've already mostly demonetized all their stuff. Some of the big guys out here, they got to demonetize a lot of other people first. Yeah, I went and got a facial and a massage today. I was needing both. And I just got. So, but I'm telling y'all, hit the like button. There's 80 of y'all here. There's 19 of y'all here. Drop your city and state because it helps us plan our events this year. And this is part of why I was talking so much about traveling, meeting y'all in person, having in-person events, having so many things where you do an event in person, because this is what will happen. Slowly and surely, if you can't talk to your audience, what was his name? Brother Ben X got kicked completely all the way off YouTube. I think his channel's back, but I'm not certain. But I know he was like kicked all the way off, and he had like 40 million views. Okay, and this is why when I talk about email lists, I ain't trying to sell y'all a bunch of stuff, but just getting on the email list allows you the opportunity, one, to stay informed. Like, I have several different email lists. One lets you be informed. One keeps you over here. You know what I mean? Like, I keep them separate so you're not bombarded by emails. And there's a reason for that. If this all goes away tomorrow, I'd have to start another channel. I'd have to go under somebody else's YouTube. I'd have to go do all these hoops. Now, you saw what happened when they tried to get rid of Dr. Patterson, Jordan Peterson. Oh, God, I'm messing his name up. Anyway, Jordan, everybody went to the internet, whatever they already had, and they made clips of his stuff. And that's all they're going to do. They're going to make clips of your stuff. Like, anybody who has a channel now, if they're smart, they have a young person who's good on video, making sure they're making clips of everything they're saying. Like, look at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has a whole channel that just does the lives. And then he has a separate channel. It's a whole nother channel that just does Joe Rogan clips. Why? Because everybody's not going to watch a 3-hour show. But they will watch a 5-minute clip. They will watch a 10-minute clip. Okay? This is, y'all knew this was going to happen. Everybody knew this was going to happen. This has been planned for a while now. When they started with the guns, people were okay with that. Then they started some of the conservative channels. You knew they were up for that. You know what I mean? And they'll probably have a specific, if you get, like when Glenn and Cameron, I think he said a couple years ago, they're going to make this place look like Disneyland. They are. Like, you're going to, right now, when I Google families, I get so many family channels. When I Google Christian things. I get a lot of Christian things. When I Google, let's be honest, gay things, so be careful, I don't want to mention it too much. You get a lot of that, right? They got a lot of views. So it's popular, okay? My whole point to you guys is the old days of just coming on YouTube and you're pretty and you say something pretty and like, oh, look at my outfit and travel with me as I eat lunch and vlogging, that's over. It's even hard right now for fitness YouTubers and travel YouTubers, right? How many times can you watch a person work out? How many times can you watch a person make the same foods? Like, I mean, there is a method to the madness here where you had to come on here with a purpose. Again, they just had that big article about a girl who's got like, I don't know, 3 million or 4 million followers or subscribers, and she didn't sell but 36 t-shirts. Okay, that makes you think either she bought followers or her t-shirts were ugly. Something about the concept was a dud. And she's not old money, but you see that they're even realizing, like, I have 3 million subscribers. What does that mean? If it only means 36 t-shirt sales, then that means you don't have 3 million subscribers. You got 100 solid followers. You know what I mean? That's what that means. You got 100 solid. Now, this has been part of the whole thing where I was talking about, people are like, oh, you're going to put a YouTube course together. I'm like, I could, and I'm finishing it, but YouTube's changing every day. But I'm teaching you how to take that money and make it work. Take that money and make it work. Oh, for sure. Listen, there's always going to be outliners of people who are making money in travel, making money in fitness. But I want you to really study it. Like, I really do study it for the course. Like, when I kept showing you Renee's travels and all her sponsored posts, her posts are sponsored by Target, Walmart, JetBlue. Now, yes, do a lot of these people I'm talking on the phone with, and let's be clear, I've gotten several phone calls from people. The people I'm talking on the phone with, are they getting 10 to 20K a month? Yes. Have they been silly in the past, getting cars, living in big old apartments in Dallas and near LA and Las Vegas? Yes. But now they realize those good times are going to come to an end at some point. And what should they do with their money? Like, I'm getting those phone calls. That's how you know times are about to get hit. Okay? So, and then companies now, I just a little insider info, JetBlue is picking people right now to send them around the world, not too much, but just enough, and put them in hotels and let them be these big JetBlue Instagrammers. Like, again, these companies don't have to come to you and give you the most money if you can't give results. If you don't got an email list, you're not selling products and services, and you're not connecting with people, whoo, it's about to be ugly for you. It's about to be real ugly, because there's a lot of people right now who all they do is they're at home. They record their family. They get sponsorship. They get free stuff. They get free stuff from Target, free stuff from Walmart, free stuff for their kiddos. But they really need that sponsorship money. Okay? Exactly. Drake was given a jet for free marketing. But Drake is a little bit bigger than a YouTuber. Drake is definitely more bigger than a YouTuber. But that's just it. Like, there's going to be, it's going to look different. It's not going to all go away, but it's going to look different for sure. Now, when I was in New York, I was at Matt's event, the Wealth Workshop, and I'll give you the truth. I got the vlog coming, but the AC went out, and I felt like pissed. I was pissed at the hotel. I wasn't pissed at Matt and them, but I was like, you got a room of 125 black people in here, and it's hot. And the hotel, just keep it a buck. It was in New York. It was owned by Arabs. It wasn't owned by Indians. It was owned by, being careful, people. And they just put 2 big fans in there and like 1 little AC unit. Now, at that point, my Ericka Spidey sense, I said, if y'all needed me to, I would have personally gone to Home Depot and got 2 AC vents, and like the little AC ones are like $400, and dropped them in the front of the room and let them bad boys suck up out the hot air and push cool air into the audience. And called it a day, right? And got money back on it later. But in the heat of things, when those things happen, you think the hotel's gonna be smart about it and like go get some air filter. Nope. And so I'm like, look, they not only need to give you your money back, they need to give you some money for all these people suffering in the heat. They need to do something for you, okay? Because, sorry, it's gonna click a little bit. That, I've never seen that level of I don't care. I've never seen it. Like, hotel was sound like, sorry about you. I've never seen that. So, New York, I still have saying for New York, but other than that, everybody gave hot fire. Like the answers they were giving, the questions that were answered, the people in the room. And like, I keep always wanting to tell people, everybody in this room got about 20, 30K, 20, 30, 40K. Partner with the person beside you. Partner with the person over here. Y'all know New York better. You live here, right? You're here. Why are you acting like you don't know? You're right here. You're connected. And so people seem to forget that, like, you don't have to make the move all the way up. I call it a lateral move. Like, you should be focusing on the people around you. Now, so we go to the VIP dinner, and they invited some extra people to the VIP dinner who were asking a lot of questions, which was amazing. All right, people who were asking a lot of questions, they invited to the VIP dinner. So you get to the VIP dinner. The VIP dinner goes down, and we started doing the math. We started just kind of talking among ourselves and doing the math. Like, oh my gosh, like, there's like $50 million in this room. And it was amazing because I said, this is why I want it so bad for people to meet offline. Because once you start getting in the room, you start talking to people, you start eating dinner with them, breaking bread with them, you realize, hey man, you're just as real as you were online, Instagram, as you are in person. Like, Asia Selden cracked me up because she scared me a little bit. She was like, I was like, we're going over to the Bronx. She's like, all right, you gotta be careful, okay? Like, she said it two, 3 times. I was like, oh damn, are we about to get shot in the Bronx? Where are we going? But that's just it. It's like, we were in Manhattan when we had the dinner, but it was just a simple math of looking around the room, like, we got about $50 to $60 million in this room. And if we really want to create a fund and take advantage of opportunity zones and do all this stuff, we could. And this is the power in, when y'all see me talk about going to these conferences and events, y'all like, oh, Ericka, you're always talking about going to these conferences. I ain't got time. I ain't got money. And it's like, if you want to be in the room with people who are pushing, who are like, you think I'm buying trucks and that's big? There are people that are buying 53 unit apartments. There are people buying 20 unit apartments. There are people buying big things in there who had opportunity for people to get into those groups all over the room. There was other people in there that did trucking. I was talking about my trucks. This guy was like, oh, I'm in trucking too. I have this many trucks over here in New York. And he had a whole lease on company and the whole deal. And it was like, yo, that's amazing. I will come hang out back out with y'all in the future. And what you're going to understand is there is a 20-80 to any society, right? 20%, 80%. And that book, I keep, espousing the book, Averages Over. The reason I want y'all to understand that is, if you know there's something coming, aka recession, aka whatever, sales down, something. The number 2 ways, there's another book, Grant Cardone's, If You're Not First, You're Last. What are people doing? And I'm telling you this from insider knowledge and also observing. People are ramping up their ads, okay, on one end, okay, and 2, they're getting big before any kind of crash. Now, what does that mean? Getting big before a crash. If you're in a town and you're the big dog AC unit person and you're sucking up all the business, and then the other guys are kind of holding on by a thread, and then they go under, what happens to the big dog in town? He stays the big dog. Why does he stay the big dog? Because all the customers that were trying to go to you are going to go to him now. All your employees that were working for you are going to work for him now. Now there may be a few guys who do their own independent thing and they like, we're being cheaper, we're cheaper. But 9 times out of 10, if you read the book, If You're Not First, You're Last, read the book, Averages Over. There's another marketing book, I can't get it off the top of my head, but you'll notice it. If you get big before the crash, you're in a different position to offer stuff. When the crash comes now, you offer, hey, I'll buy your stuff out, man. Hey man, I'll buy you out. Hey. Yeah, I'll buy I'll buy you out. Don't worry. And when I noticed there's a couple construction and real estate guys, when they went under last crash, all their company, all their deeds, all their projects got bought up by the big dog. That was already the big dog in town and had that just enough money in the books to offer them for something. Like, hey man, don't you worry. We'll give you some of our business and keep you guys open. I mean, there's all kind of stuff that was going down last crash. Same thing, I noticed it about TV ads. Same thing I know about radio ads. All these things are opportunities for you to grow and blow up. Now, people say, well, Ericka, who does radio? Who does TV? When it's so cheap, that you're talking about, I'm talking about, now don't get wrapped up in the number, but when you're talking about I can spend 10 grand a month and be on TV, be on radio, be on Spotify, be on a couple different spots, boom, boom. Like for 10 to 12 grand a month, and that's if you're a little dog. So imagine if you're a big dog and you're talking about I'm going to spend 20 to 30, 40 grand a month. Now, many people say, well, Ericka, I would never spend 20, 30, 40 grand a month advertising. Think about Kevin Trudeau, prime example, infomercials at night, debt cures all, book for like $30 with shipping and handling or whatever, and made $53 million. There's still going to be money spent in the economy. There's still going to be people spending money. It just depends on, are you giving them something they want? And something they want. That's the truth. Are you giving them something they want? If you're not, then there you know what I mean? Like a lot of these people who are what I would call brands, we got a lot of pretty women who are housewives and they're out there in their nice pictures and, I'm a brand, like those people doing 40, 50K a year, they're either going to have to start really spending advertising on Facebook ads, YouTube ads, radio ads, something, or they are going to slide away. Now, you've noticed me go heavy and hard on the trucking, and the reason because and people say, well, I thought it was passive. It is passive. If I was just doing one truck and I just had to go get one plate and one this or one that, it wouldn't even be a problem. But when you're talking about 7, 8, 9 trucks, all need plates on the same day, all need something on the same day, all need something on the same day, it becomes a woo. It becomes a bigger problem. But again, bigger problem leads, more money, more problems, whatever, however you want to say it. But this is something you guys have to pay attention to. If you're coming online and you have some type of business and you need to figure out the ad spend, you need to figure out the Facebook ads, you either need to figure it out or you need to pay somebody to do it for you. Plain and simple. Because I'm seeing people who are, I'm not going to say they're bad quality. I'm going to say they probably took a course or two and now they're throwing ad money. And I'm like, this guy made a comment under this guy's ad and he was like, oh God, this guy doesn't look like he knows anything. He looks 22. Like people have seen enough ads now to figure out where you are in your journey. I'll say it that way. And if you have results. So let me see what some of y'all are saying. But again, as the schedule so far, July 13th, I'll be in Chicago doing a meetup event with Rashana Scott and a couple other friends. We will have those details as soon as they're available. June 29th, I will be in Baltimore, Maryland with Charm City Buyers and Aisha Selden, millionaire. She was cracking me up. She's talking about pew, pew, pew on stage the other weekend. Then also we have July, the first part of July, I'll be in California. We're doing an LA meetup with Todd Milley. We were going to have it at Shaq's restaurant, but now we're changing that location. I'll keep y'all posted as soon as that is available. Then I'll also be doing something near Oakland, another meetup there, and then I will go to VidCon for a day and a half. Then I will bounce to Chicago in order to meet the time for my meetup with Rashana in Chicago. Then while I'm in Chicago, I got some super amazing surprise. You guys will see it. I can't let any details out. Contract's already been signed. You'll see some of that. Then after the last week of July, I think, we'll be in Phoenix, Arizona, doing something in Phoenix. The next one is August. Nope, not August. September is in DC. First week will be a DC and VidCon. I'll try to do some kind of DC meetup. Then we'll have at the end of September, Atlanta Mastermind VIP. Then in October, we'll have the Houston Mastermind VIP. Whew, what else? Man, we got a lot of stuff going on. But I'll keep you guys posted as much as possible. They'll be in the community chat. They'll be on the email list. Again, look in the description and this video is over. I'll try to put all the email list opportunities up there. Different lists have different things on them. But again, the change is coming. The purge was coming. It was been coming. And when you sit here and people sit on their high horse and they just want to talk about gossip all day, and they want to talk about silly stuff all day, but they're not talking about, hey, jump on your email list so you can catch up with me. Hey, won't you jump on this list so you can catch up with me, just in case I go away. If they haven't been saying that on their channel, they are not paying attention. They are not paying attention. I'll put it to you that way. So let me see what you guys are talking about in here, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. Let's see what we got going on in here today. The Purge, yep. Everyone's getting demonetized. It's got to do with that crowded stuff. Atlanta, Alabama. St. Paul's, Brooklyn, New York. St. Louis, Arkansas today. D.C., Memphis, Tennessee. Los Angeles, VA. The Gestapo and the internet police are here. Hey, it is what it is. Connecticut, Columbia, South Carolina, Raleigh. What does that mean for music? So you know what I've noticed with the music channels? I've noticed that if you're an artist, let's say you have a couple albums or you're traveling around the world, if you have been smart about it, you've been running ads. Like the girl who played, there's a movie called Crazy Rich Asians, and there's a girl singing in the actual movie, this mega $1 million movie. She came off YouTube. Her name is Gina Krabs or something like that. I'd have to look it up. But she would sing covers of people's songs and acoustic. She would sing very, just certain ways she would sing things. And she would run ads on her music. And to the point where you're like, damn, okay, girl, we see you. And so what would happen is, if you didn't watch more than 30 seconds, she didn't get charged for that. So what ends up happening to people is when they would run these ads for their music, if people didn't listen to the whole thing, they didn't get charged. Plain and simple, right? So you had a lot of people running ads for a while because they wouldn't listen to the whole song. Then also you have people running ads on Spotify. My whole thing is, if you're a music artist and you have a CD and you have a membership page, if you're following the whole Ryan Leslie thing, get on my email list. Here is my CD. Here is my merch. And you're running Spotify ads so you can go to certain cities, you'll be fine because you're actually playing it how it should be played. So that's what that means for music. Seattle, Washington. Let me tell y'all something. Time is winding down here. Oh, man. I'm not going to read that. Got that hair shining. Yes, because I came from a massage. Birmingham, Alabama. I heard they hit all them hit list of all the channels. Oh man, listen. If you're there's a lot of channels that's gonna get hit. That's all I'm gonna say. Indianapolis, Miami, Florida, West Haven, Connecticut. Thank you. Keep your head on a swivel like a drug dealer. Terrible. California. That's my man right there. They don't took his old channel down with no explanation. He has a new one up. He had over 100K subs. Wow. Wait, I don't think I'm on your email list. I'll try for the next couple weeks. I'll be trying to put out different ways for y'all to get on the email list in the community chat and different things because, trust me, they have a way of y'all not seeing my stuff. I feel really bad for YouTubers who rely mainly on YouTube for their income. No, Ciali, don't feel bad for them. They've been warned. They know that this can go away at any moment. They know they've been needing to build email lists, create merch, all this stuff. They've been known it was time. The days of just coming on here being pretty are over. Like that girl that was like wanting to call the police because they took away her YouTube channel, that cracked me up. But she used to be a stripper and a sex worker. So, I mean, my thoughts on her is she should have been using this time to improve herself mentally, physically, spiritually, educational wise with all this money. I just want to get on the email list. I'll have it in the sections. Process is changing. Just start following you on IG. We like what you're doing. Coach D House. Well, thank you, Daryl House. I mean, listen, on Instagram, here's my thing. The only reason I'm on multiple platforms is you have different conversations on different platforms. Also, we live in a culture of pictures. We do, unfortunately, we do, where people want to see what you got, girl, what you driving. And the funny thing is, of the 5 millionaires off the top of my head that I can think of right now, I can think of 10. But out of the 5, I'm like legit millionaire, legit print properties and bank and stocks and everything. They all drive very banana cars, very vanilla cars, except for one. She drives a very expensive BMW. But the rest are very vanilla. One's got a Mitsubishi. I've got a Ford Fiesta. The other person has a Kia. Another person and when they roll up to the bank, the lady, the teller is always like, wow, because they assume rich means you're going to go out and buy fucking cars. And I keep telling y'all, only people buying shit tons of cars are people who are broke and crying about it. Like right now, I want to do another video about a girl who has $200,000 in student loan debt and a $35,000 car. And the first thing she said is, "Don't give me advice on paying down my car. Like, I want advice on the student loans." Well, first of all, your mindset that you thought you were entitled to a brand new car while you're $200,000 in debt is the problem. You dig? So, let's see. Melanated people can create more heat. I think we do, because it was hot in there. One of my favorite channels is The Rise of the Badland. All he does is chug 2 liters, but a foreign market. Ooh, that's weird. Out of all the cast of Degrassi, Drake is the only star out of 70 plus co-stars. Pretty much. YouTube is the same way. The Purge the same way. No, TJ Jackson. My thoughts on crypto have not changed. You have, and here, and I'm not going to go into a long story why I still feel strongly against crypto, because you have major players playing with it. It's not a balanced game. It's not a real game, and it's not a balanced game. Now, in 20 years, will there be some decent, balanced, stabilized crypto thing? For sure, but not right now. And you know, Made 5, love him. He's an investor with us. He's a smart guy. He's working on that. I just am not going to back that. And the reason why is we have a culture of wild ass schemes and people thinking they're going to hit the lottery. And that's the bulk of your investors. Sorry. It's the bulk of your investors. So I have not changed my opinions on crypto. What I have done is still double down on growing your business and getting real estate investment and getting tangible assets. Because, you know, if you could see the network from last year to this year, you'd be like, oh. I noticed YouTube is doing 2 ads per video now. Yes, they are, and it's annoying. But you know what it does? If you were gonna click away all the ads anyway, like, they're gonna catch you on some of them. That's kind of the thing. I found tickets to Tony Robbins conference here in ATL on the Groupon. Seek out knowledge, seek out details. For sure. I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to events not just for the speaker, but for the people in the room. And that's the thing. When you're at Greg Cardo's 10X, everybody was upstairs walking around talking to each other. In between the talks, they were walking around talking to each other. And it was so funny because I'm sitting there in relaxed yoga pants and this shirt, and this guy's talking to me. They're in suits head to toe, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, well, you know, I made a meal. What are you talking about? Right? Like, again, you got to know what money looks like and how it talks. And if you don't, you're going to figure it out pretty soon here. So that's why I was laughing, because we're at the event in New York, and I'm like, we're in a room full of people with $60 million, and no one in here is extra flashy. Almost downright regular. Not talking bad about anybody's clothes, but just mostly just average, everyday people. Chilling, living their best life. Soon there'll be 3 to 4 minute ads like TV. Oh, Herbert Scott, I do feel like that's coming. All those ads coming from them are trying to push you into the ad-free YouTube. Yeah, I mean, TJ Jackson, if they can push, let's just think about this. You know, because all these people use an ad blocker, and ad blocker's not working for some people, they say, anymore. If I had 1 million people who really hate ads, like hate ads, 1 million people spend $10 a month. That's $10 million a month. Now, you may say, Ericka, that's just $10 million. That ain't a lot of money. But think about it. If you could get 10 million people to pay $10 a month, you're talking about 100 million a month. Like, that's bananas. Like, they're really pushing it hard because they know y'all got money and y'all gonna give it. Did you say some of those small radio stations will charge you approximately $500 an ad and it will cover the whole country? Anthony Bolden, I said $5,000 will get you 5,000 slots. They usually always put it in increments of 1,000 to 5,000. It's rare that you get 500. Now, you'll get 500 for a TV ad. You can get about 84 TV ads that are mostly going to play at night from 11 p.m. to 8 in the morning for probably about $500. If you look at Spectrum, you look at some of the regions on the East Coast. I mean, here's the thing. For me, if I was going to buy ads, I would only buy ads in the Midwest and the Southeast. Now, why is that? Those cities shut down at 9 o'clock. Like, for real. Like, if you look at a lot of these people, those cities shut down so early, people go home and watch TV. It's just the facts. And radio is listened to more in those towns. In the Midwest and the Southeast, lots of radio. So, Frida James, big fish eat little fish. Some companies know when to hold them and when to fold them. This is true. When does your YouTube course launch? Pretty soon. I'm trying to finish it up, but again, this is supposed to be my summer sabbatical. I was supposed to be already gone, but because of trucking and we got a real estate property in Detroit we're trying to finish out and close, and a property in Houston. Just trying to have, nobody wants to be on vacation with their phone ringing, hey, we got this little problem. Hey, we got this little problem. No one wants that. No one. So I rather like knock out these one or two little things and then go on my vacation. So, but as you can see with me in this channel, you can see with me in my life, I'm a big believer in short money, long money. Long money is the rentals. Long money is the trucks. Long money is the business. Short money is, these e-commerce, these digital stuff where you're really going to have to work, really push it. You're going to really push ads, really push it to make it work for you. Long money, even though people are like, oh, the trucks don't seem passive. If it was just one truck, it'd already be passive. But when you have 10, almost 10, you're doing the same process, but 10x to make sure everything's working and rolling and smooth. Lakeline, Florida, St. Louis, Missouri. Pretty Lives Matter. Oh, no. Reagan, let me keep it a buck. It's not pretty shaming. Let's just keep it a buck. If you're a good looking man and you're always taking your shirt off and you're always doing these videos, Nick Bear, some of these other guys, you have not had a hard time on YouTube. You've had a great time. But at the end of the day, you still need to sell something. If you notice, all the people that were fitness YouTubers, they either have nutritional drinks, supplements, they be holding up stuff in their video. Look at this cup, look at this thing. Like, they have to, because the days of just watching somebody be pretty and get millions of views, like, that gets old. So, find you look at a man with an amazing hot wife, even he's tired of her. Okay? It happens. So, yes, pretty shaming. Changing mindsets one brand at a time. Stacy, Texas, Maryland, New York. All right, you all over, Stacy. Relax, respect. Just want to know where you stood these days. Ericka, hey, from Detroit, what's up? Oh, it's $15.99 per month for the YouTube ad thing. Someone please confirm that. Holy smokes! So let's do that again. $16. I don't have my other little phone in here. $16 times 1 million people. That's 16 million. Times 10. That's 160 million. Oh, good Lord, that's crazy. All these platforms will eventually start to charge a fee. It's projected. These companies aren't stupid. Of course. I know people pay $99 to have no commercials while watching YouTube. Listen. And some of that ad blocker is going to go away. That's why people have Patreon supporters. So see, Allie, here's the thing. And I'm going to be I'm not going to call anybody out, but there's a lot of broke, angry folk out here doing angry man videos. And they're wanting people to, if you're angry and you're broke and you're living at your grandma's house and you turn on YouTube so you can feel good about being angry and broke, are you going to be donating money to anybody's Patreon? No, you're not. You're broke. You're angry. You're just watching YouTube to vent, to be frustrated, whatever that may be. And I tell you, all these things come to an end. All these things, the pendulum swings one way to the other. Now, what do I mean by that? There are people right now who started this out with stay away from women. And now they're writing whole books about how to marry women and how to take control of your house. That's weird, right? You have whole people who flip the whole script and now they're like super Christian and they're going to get married but they leave out conveniently. There's a lot of people in that sphere who leave out conveniently that they've married to a single mom, but they out here telling you to stay alone. Honey, I just know too many background conversations, background people. You don't want to be that. Mike Rashid does it all the time. We pay $1 for YouTube to keep playing when we trade or change screens. Oh. I pay $9.99. If you Quaverine in North Carolina, wow. So yeah, I mean, know the game. Know the game. So, and the thing of it is like, yeah, you have Patreon supporters, but I support 3 channels and they are family channels and Christian channels. That's it. Am I ever start taking people again? No. Sorry. Only credit thing we offer is the business credit repair. In our merger /sale basically ended up being a merger, we turned it off on this channel. Turned it completely off. Nope. So you can buy either the business repair credit class and do your own and help others do theirs, or you can go to any of the million people we refer. I mean, if you watch, like, to be truthfully honest, if you watch about 20 of those videos, we have a whole playlist, credit repair playlist, you could kind of figure out how to do a lot of it yourself. Because at the end of the day, credit is not always I gotta get this stuff deleted off my credit. Some of it is an income problem. And a lot of people saying, Ericka, stop talking about income so much. You only focus on income. You're not focused on the Lord. Kind of talking about the lady going in there with the pamphlets. You're not focused on other things like family. You cannot be a valuable asset to your family by hurting them. Let's keep it a buck. You cannot be a valuable asset. My contact's going crazy. You cannot be a valuable asset to your family by hurting them. You cannot be a valuable asset to your family by taking away from them being able to eat and live well. You cannot be a valuable asset. So money is important. Now, I just brought it up on Instagram. I didn't want to depress people, but there was a story of a mom went to work, left her 4-year-old and her 6-year-old at the house, and her boyfriend that was 23 years old got mad. The little boy wet the bed, microwaved some water and threw it on him, and the little boy's skin came off. And of course he died. The little girl was also molested. And so people say, well, damn, Ericka, why are you bringing us down with such terrible information? Well, because what was the woman doing? Going to work to make money so she can pay for, I guess, this bum of a man to live there. Again, this is where, like, you know, poor grandmas get the bad rep, because at the end of the day, all these people, you know, they're leaving their children with monsters. And that's what I mean. He's a monster. If you boil water in the microwave to throw it on a child, you're a monster and should be murdered. That's my choice. That's what I'm saying. You guys can do whatever you want with that. Delete channel, whatever. It's money. It's fucking money. If she was smarter, if she actually got a skill, if she actually got a certification, she wouldn't have to leave her child with a monster. She wouldn't be dating monsters. So when people tell me, Ericka, you focus too much on money, no, money is important, because a lot of these women are dating monsters because they can't date anybody else because of their social economic standards. Okay? You know, we make fun of all these ladies trying to go to school for nursing, but shit, at least a nurse can take care of herself and her own kids. You should have some options. Okay? So again, money's important. Don't let anybody pull you that crap on you. Good evening. Do you offer any courses on tax liens? Yes, Tyrone Tax Liens. Have a tax lien course. You can go grab it off the website. Herbert Scott, thou shalt get paid. A feast makes laughter. Money makes the heart glad, but money answers everything. It really does. Horrible. Money is a tool. The Bible does talk about investing your money and having 7 different streams of income. Very true. It's in there. The Bible talks about money, I think, over, 3,000 times or 300 times? Something. It's either 300 or 3,000. Ecclesiastes 10:19. But you know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's like when you try to talk to people about that, you know, oh, times are bad. I just want to wish and hope it gets better. Ugh, like, that's a terrible way to want to be. To sit and wish and hope something gets better. You should actually want it to get better. So, I think this truck needs to be where I'm at. I don't know. He's okay. He'll be all right. But again, like, all these stories you're hearing of these mothers having these boyfriends on here, and the boyfriends live at their house, and then something happens to their kid. Every single thing you hear is like, he's a monster. And then when you find out, like, 9 times out of 10, the dude ain't even working to bring any money in the house. It's disgusting. Any woman can date, but if they're not choosy, they end up with the bottom of the barrel. That's kind of true, but also I think some of these women are just, I don't know where they're meeting these monsters. I don't trust men babysitting. Now that's tough. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I think my cousin, 2 of my cousins have full custody of their children because their mothers are actually unstable, healthcare wise. They're unstable. They're in postpartum depression when they got divorced. And 2 of my cousins have full custody of their children, and they do a fabulous job. Now, are they as nurturing as a woman would be? No. Sometimes I see my little nephew and my little cousin, and I'll be like, oh, how are you doing? Like, I can tell your daddy, just make sure you're clean and going out to school. I was thinking of getting a small franchise of some sort. Do it. But listen to what I said in the first part of this video. Make sure you're going to run them ads. Make sure you got enough money so you can run them ads. That's why I have the funding course on the website, so that you're not just relying on a few credit cards to keep your franchise going, but you have a whole plethora of ways to fund and finance your business, and also how to create your own investment group. Again, I put those up there, and I know they're not as sexy as tax liens and tax deeds and credit repair, but they're up there because they're important, and you see which way I'm going in my journey. Now, you don't have to copy me. There's a whole thing where it says, copying your mentors. You should copy your mentors. I don't believe that. I think everybody has their own purpose and passion and things they want to do. Do what you want to do, boo. But be very clear. If you see a group of people moving this way, like if you go on Instagram right now, if you look at my Instagram, look at where I'm eating dinner with. Look at who I'm sitting at tables with. Look at who I'm doing business with. Pay attention. People look at me crazy when I say men can't sleep over. I don't want them thinking they can move in. Facts. You better be making it get better. Yeah, losers. Yep. I agree that chump who threw that water on that boy and hurt that young lady would have been dealt. Listen, here's my problem. And I'm going to say this, and this is ugly, but I have to say this. Maya Angelou was molested as a 5-year-old. And she named who the man was. She said, this was the man who touched me. And the family said, okay. That man got released out of jail. I don't know what the hell they doing in the South back then, but they released him out of jail the next day. That man was kicked to death. Now, let me make that very clear. The man was not beat, not hit with a pulp, kicked to death. And it took several men to do it. So when he turned up dead, Maya Angelou stopped speaking for 5 years because she thought she had killed him with her words. So what did she do for the 5 years while she was very quiet? She didn't speak to anybody. She read books, and since, the whole story of Maya Angelou. Now, I'm going to say this. I had a family member, he told me back in the day there was somebody they knew was nasty. That's the word they used, nasty, with children, and he was murdered and thrown on the railroad tracks. Now, I'm not saying we should be murdering people. That's not what Ericka said. Don't go back telling nobody I said that. But I've just heard too many OG stories from older people, older generation, where when they found out people were like that, those people end up missing. Now, you got all these people on these, and I'll tell you this, if you know any probation officers, you can vouch it for me. You don't have to take my word. Go ask a probation officer. 90% of the people on probation are child molesters and child rapists, because the average child molester and child rapist gets 1 to 3 years in jail. The average murderer gets 6 to 10 years in jail. The average drug dealer and bank robber gets 20 years. Now, what does that tell you? I call them poor man crimes. When you do a poor man crime like rob a gas station or rob a bank or something stupid, that you should be let out of jail in 5 years. Now, I'm not saying to rob again. I'm saying we need to let you out so you can get some more skills, because clearly you're doing something from a place of poverty. If you're raping or molesting children, you are a monster, and we should lock you up forever. 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 Now, that's the nice version of what I could say. What I really want to say is we need to handle you like the OGs did. Those people didn't exist in a community. They just didn't. I'm on your website and I can't find it. Are you on the Big Real Estate Life website? Make sure you go all the way to the 3rd page. It's got a cash register sign on it. Okay, let me see what y'all said. Appreciate you sharing your knowledge and your gift for bringing people information. Love the way your mind works. So true. Yep. But yeah, so the funding course and the create your own investment group. So it is in the laws, Torah, how to govern our nation. I don't know. I have to go see what it would say for that. But I'm just saying, OGs didn't play that, and you didn't have communities who allowed those type of people to be around. But because we live in a society where people aren't married, in some places, and people don't have community, sometimes these type of people slip through the cracks, and they shouldn't. So that's my 2 cents on that. I know that was a little dark. I'm sorry. Bring it back out of the dark, back to the positive. Okay? But anyway, but long story short, y'all know the purge is coming on YouTube. You knew it was coming. It had to come. There was no way to stop it. There will be more purges. There will be more people. If you're not on any of my email lists, you need to try to get on them. If you look in the links of the description of the video, you can find all 3 links to all 3 of my websites, and you can find the funding course, the Create Your Own Investment Group course, and there's a lot of great stuff on my website that I've offered over the years, and I hope you're paying attention. I hope you notice, at some point your girl might be talking on Fox Business News channel or CBC Business channel, but I can't tell y'all the detail on that. My family's from Panama, and people never made it out of jail. Oh, however, they do have funerals. That I can believe. The islands are too small. They cannot sustain an island with several people doing that kind of thing. Just keep it a buck. Just keep it a buck. Yeah, there's over 206 people here. Y'all miss me. But anyway, like, I gotta go run. I'm running to go get some din. But I thank all of y'all for being here. Keep you posted again on the events coming up. June 29th, I'll be in Baltimore, Maryland. June 25th through 28th, I'll be in Belize. July 9th or 10th, we will be in LA for a meetup. Then the next day, I take the little, business bus shuttle, and then I'll be in near Oakland, doing a meetup there. Then we'll be at VidCon, and then by the 12th, I'll be flying out to Chicago. July 13th in Chicago, we will have a meetup. It'll be several people there. You don't want to miss it. Then you'll have, oh gosh, what's the other place? July. Dang. July. I'm missing a date. But again, September we'll be in a DC meetup. VidCon. Then end of September we'll be having a Mastermind VIP in Atlanta. In October we'll have a Mastermind VIP in Houston. For my Texas folks, I will be putting together some Texas events. Don't you worry. I'm even debating like renting a boat out for a weekend so we can all just be on this giant pontoon boat eating great food and mingling. There's a lot of great stuff I want to do, but again, all these things cost money. You got to put them together in a time, reasonable manner. Thank you, Alice Hardy, for this $5 super chat. Will I come to Florida? Will I come to Denver? It's got to line up with an event. It's got to line up and make it work. Because it's like, if I'm flying out to places and it's like, it's a free event, to me, it's like, it's hard to get other people to come do it with me. Because a lot of people I deal with, they're like, you're taking time away from my business. July. Last week of July, I'll be in Phoenix. I don't have the date yet, but I'll let you know. But yeah, so in order to convince people to come with me to do these, sometimes it has to be paid events. So if it's not a paid event, they ain't gonna come. They ain't gonna show up with me. They ain't gonna, because to them, they're losing out on work in their own cities. So I just want to give y'all that update. Thank y'all for being so patient on the channel. I will pay for a ticket if you come to Florida. Yeah, we'll find something in Florida. I'll be in Detroit, but mostly working on the property we have purchased. I'll be coming up there periodically to go look at it. There might be a fourplex in Detroit that might have access to. We might buy that one. We'll see. So I fly out to Texas for that. Hey man, I'm telling you, I'm seriously thinking of getting a boat for a weekend and just tell all the investors in the investor group come out, and whoever else we can get to come out and like enjoy the boat for the weekend, and we'll have a chef and all that good stuff. So I got to figure out how to get that working together. Alabama, I might do Birmingham, but I can't do Huntsville. It's too far. My wife and I appreciate your leadership. Keep building. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Lakeline, Florida is the #1 place to be to buy a house. Possibly. So look, you guys, this is your girl Ericka from the Classic Line Blog. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you hit that like button. You guys have been so amazing.